They call them fun boys. They'll say, we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad. Like, what? Pulled him to the section, like through the rope, and tucked him off in the corner. So I'm looking like, well, he ain't come with us. But I know he was in the little group. So if I go out with somebody, like a group of people, I try to make sure everybody get there together and leave together. No, he stayed with them. He stayed in there with them.
And I'm talking about for the victims, and I'm talking about for Diddy. So, you know, I'm gonna leave it there, and I'm gonna mind my business, and hopefully everybody can find it in their hearts to keep their opinions to themselves, and just know that every time you voice an opinion, you might be hurting somebody.
Busta Rhymes is making headlines after a former bodyguard came forward with surprising claims, saying Busta made unusual requests involving young men in his VIP section. That's just the beginning. Orlando Brown has also stepped in, alleging that Busta is one of several rappers on the down low who had a major impact on him. Meanwhile, 50 Cent has hinted at Busta's hidden lifestyle, and now more men are sharing similar experiences, claiming Busta encouraged them to join him at parties. This isn't just about orientation, it's about the pressure in the industry to maintain a tough image, while some may be hiding parts of their lives and in certain cases allegedly crossing personal boundaries.
I've seen you talking about Busta Rhymes before.
Oh yeah.
In some of your videos.
Oh yeah. Super zest monster. For sure, bro. That's my thing, bro. Like, this been common knowledge though. Like, all my promoter homies would always say, man, you know, we gotta bring some we gotta bring some, what they call them, I'm not gonna say it over here. They call them fun boys. They'll say, we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta. Cause you know, I bodyguarded for Ghostface Killer before, you feel me? And being around him, you hear things, you feel me? I'm like, damn. And my auntie like the biggest Busta Rhymes fan, you feel me? Like, every cookout she playing it, all his little fast rapping, all of that, him and Craig Mack playing that. Bro, on my soul, I'm out with a group of people. At this time, I was with Don Benjamin. You familiar with him?
No, never heard of him.
Model dude, like a model guy. He be doing like some rapping and stuff. His name Don Benjamin. I'm out with Don Benjamin, and the club we ended up going to, Busta Rhymes in there. So it was a little lawyer guy that was with us. And the little lawyer guy we was with, you know, he was a gay dude, super cool, feel me, good guy. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad. Like, what? Pulled him to the section, like through the rope, and tucked him off in the corner. So I'm looking like, well, he ain't come with us. Well, I know he was in the little group. So if I go out with somebody, like a group of people, I try to make sure everybody get there together and leave together. No, he stayed with them. He stayed in there with them, bro. For sure, bro. You ain't never heard about this before, have you? Bro, this common knowledge, bro. Like, if you in the mix, bro. If you in the mix, like I've been in the mix, you know this, bro.
How long has it been like this known about Busta Rhymes?
Well, I knew about this like in 2012. I knew about this in 2012.
How come you think nobody else speaks up on it or says anything?
Because, bro, these people admire these people so much. They want to make sure they in the section, they at the club, they at the video shoot, they can get backstage. That matter most to them. That matters so much to people. It's crazy. Like, but if you notice, like, it's countless videos of Busta Rhymes getting mad at females for just being girls. This girl touched him one time, he go crazy, throw a drink on her and everything. See what I'm saying? Like, what? Why you getting mad at females? You go to these guys, they in the club, go to their section. It's all men in the section. That ain't weird to nobody. I'm going to the bar, sorry. Text me if it get dangerous. But there's all this club security in here, like nothing's finna happen. Nobody wanna kill you guys, bro. Like, when I get jobs from people who really got a threat on their life, I move way different. Nobody wants to kill these entertainers like that, bro. Like when I do my threat assessment, there's never an immediate threat of danger. It's never a situation that they're gonna tell me, oh, this person wants to murder me, this person wants to bring harm on me. It's never like that. Them type of people be normal guys. So I hear somebody say, oh, he's cute, I want him. So when I heard that, I turned around like, man, did he just say that? You got all this jewelry to attract some men in here? You wild. Shocked me. But sure enough.
And that was the guy that Busta Rhymes pulled back?
He pulled him into the section. And then they walled him off like this man. I'm like, damn. And that little dude was so happy. He couldn't believe that. He was shocked. But man, you ask, bro, anybody that's in the mix, bro, like you know, bro. Most of these dudes, bro, putting on a major act. They don't want to be themselves.
It's crazy.
They'll get mad at you for buying bottles of champagne to get the girls. They'll get mad, oh, we don't want these bottle rats in our section. What are we here for? Why are y'all here then? What are y'all here for? Just because y'all got booked to be here, okay, but sometimes they not booked. They just in there. So, and what they looking for, it ain't gonna be what you thinking of, on God. Scene.
The main concern with Busta Rhymes isn't just the rumors surrounding his personal life, it's the way he's handling it. He's been lashing out at anyone who questions his behavior, often reacting aggressively and taking his frustrations out on others. Even fans have felt the impact of his unpredictable, sometimes drug-fueled outbursts, which only adds to the growing concerns about his public and private conduct.
A couple of Busta Rhymes fans thought they'd go over and say hi to their hip-hop hero. It did not go well. This happened around 5 a.m. on Wednesday. Two guys apparently working in the area. Looks like they're on a construction crew or something. They have vests on.
At 5 a.m.?
Yeah, well, New York, the city never sleeps, bro.
You're not allowed to do construction in the middle of the night. You're not allowed to do construction at 5
I don't know if it's construction, but they were working on something that they needed to have reflective vests on, all right? They walked over to, it's unimportant, totally irrelevant to the story. They walk over to Busta Rhymes, and apparently Busta was not in the mood to take a photo or sign something, and they end up in an argument. Now, all this is happening right in front of the police. Watch this. Now, when he said you're a blank man, there was a homophobic slur that one of the guys said to Busta, which clearly set him off. And you see him take a swipe at the guy there. Now, again, that's NYPD officers, because this is right outside of a club.
Now, luckily, he missed, or the guy said that Busta missed, but this guy later, one of the construction worker or whatever they were doing with those vests on, went later on that night and filed a police report claiming that Busta Rhymes was the aggressor before the police got there, and that he was so scared at one point he dropped his phone, and that Busta Rhymes threatened him after he said hello and said that he would like him up. I don't know why anybody would want to mess with Busta Rhymes. Like, I just don't understand why people keep coming for Busta Rhymes.
Yeah,
he doesn't seem like the type at all.
Doesn't seem like a very approachable guy, but...
Did the cop who was there say that there was a homophobic slur?
You know what, Harvey? What happened was when the guy first approached, the cops were not in there. As you see, this video comes in afterwards.
Right, but you see the cop standing there when he took the swing.
Right, but so, the first day, there was nothing in the report about that. In the report, the victim claimed that he went up to Busta. Busta said, get the away from me, and swung on him, made no contact, and kind of squared up on him. And then when he squared up on him, he dropped his phone, and that's what he made it for the harassing thing.
But when he swung at him, there was a cop standing there, right?
Right, there was nothing.
Why wouldn't the cop have a narrative in the police report saying what happened?
Because this guy didn't make a report till 12 hours later. They all went on their way after this because no one made contact. They all went on their way, and the guy came in 12 hours later.
right?
Wendy Williams was one of the first to call out closeted men in hip-hop, sharing a list in the 2000s that included Busta Rhymes. She claimed that hip-hop culture is filled with secret encounters and hidden orientations, pointing to how artists like Busta and Diddy are strongly connected to the Black community. For them, staying discreet was crucial, as coming out could lead to backlash from fans who formed their core audience. And what was the result for Wendy speaking up? She was sidelined and blacklisted, with Diddy and his network allegedly working to keep her out.
Now, in 2013, Wendy did briefly speak about this situation. So when you bring up like someone potentially being gay, then that's a bigger deal, I guess, in hip hop. But she said there was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now everyone can kind of share their opinion. Honestly, kudos to Wendy. I hope she's doing well because she has always stayed true to her, her take. If you don't like it, you don't like it, but she's not gonna back down and change things. She's definitely talking about Diddy there. I mean, for reference, he has 7 children. But things began to escalate because Diddy then sent a girl group on his label to confront Wendy Williams. She claimed that once upon a time, there was a music mogul who sent all his girl groups to beat her ass in front of the radio station. She said, I got off the air one day, then them total bitches, I guess that's the group name, were downstairs and everybody upstairs at the radio station was looking down, egging it on, waiting for something to go down. Wendy said her boyfriend at the time prevented anything further from happening.
I remember I got off the air one day and them total bitches were downstairs waiting, and everybody upstairs at the radio station is looking down, egging it on, waiting for something to go down. I wasn't yet married. My knight in shining armor screeched up in his car just out of nowhere. I didn't even know what was about to happen. I'm standing in the door like, what? And I'm literally about to go through. Now, I'm not like what, let's fight, because I'm not one of those type of broads. And plus, there was 3 of them. The little Chinese man that drove the van, they were coming. There was no security or anything. It was just them 3 fighting broads. And me. And my co-workers at SHOT standing upstairs trying to look down to see it all jump off. They all knew. When I said goodnight to everybody, everybody's pressed up against the window. I didn't even walk or bother asking, what are you all looking for? Because when the clock strikes, it's time to go. It is time to go. I didn't get a chance to hit the sidewalk before I knew it, out of nowhere. And there's a whole bunch of rah-rah going on outside, and I'm still trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And I send Cower and Skell out on the sidewalk, and he comes back in and says, that's total outside. And they were about to set it on you.
That story sounds so crazy. It sounds like a movie, because who sends a girl group to go and beat up a radio host you don't like? I mean, that just shows how much power Diddy had on all these people around him. Wendy says, even though he put her through hell in her career, I will never forget and I do not hate him. So sounds like a little bit forgiving in a way. And I'm glad she doesn't forget and she continues to hound him.
Wendy Williams did try to make peace a few years back by inviting Diddy onto her show, but it was just as uncomfortable as you'd imagine. Here was the man who almost ended her career simply because she exposed some hard truths about the industry. The tension was palpable, a stark reminder of the cost Wendy paid for speaking out.
But in 2017, Diddy stopped by the Wendy Williams show to publicly put their 2-decade feud to rest. They've had a lot of beef, and Wendy even admitted, I've pissed off a lot of people, including you, but this is a full circle moment, and it actually seems like Diddy was down to make up.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I must say it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And I want to just tell you how proud I am of you, because I don't think you get enough credit for being the first one to really cover our culture, hip hop culture, and also hip hop celebrities shedding light on our culture and our people. And thank you very much.
So you have to admit, it's kind of a moment for Wendy, because she went from kind of being fired by this man to now having him on her show. But I don't think it discredits kind of the weird power dynamic here. I think there is still an imbalance even with Wendy and Diddy, because Diddy has so many strings everywhere, and even though they are cool right now, it doesn't take away what he did to her in the past and how that's not okay.
I know I pissed a lot of people off, including you.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a full circle moment, everybody.
Yes.
Get into adult conversation.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Yeah.
Diddy admitted that he was nervous to go on the show, but applauded Wendy and was very complimentary, probably because he wants to get on her good side. And part of me also wonders if he's like, doing this because he knows one day he will be exposed. Unfortunately, Wendy's not here to give us her take on the Diddy situation. But when she had him on, she did ask him about Cassie.
I am shocked that you and Cassie have gone this far. Like the distance. What is it about her?
I mean, it's just like when a record comes on, the way she moves.
Yeah.
Like when I look at her, the way she smiles, the way I see her look at me sometimes when I wake up and she's already awake,
A lot of people had some interesting thoughts about this interview because of the allegations Cassie has raised. One person wrote, "This did not age well." Another person wrote, "This interview hit different in 2023." And then finally, this person wrote, "Who's watching this in 2023 catching the Easter egg?"
Wendy's blunt comments about Diddy and Busta Rhymes wouldn't seem enough to trigger such a career-altering response from Diddy. There was clearly more happening behind the scenes. Gene Deal, a former bodyguard for Diddy, claimed that Wendy had allegedly leaked some highly scandalous photos, prompting Diddy to strike back fast. This isn't just a celebrity feud, it highlights the extreme measures people take to guard their reputations in an industry steeped in secrets.
Yo, like he did Wendy Williams. He said it when we was in Cali. When I come back to New York, and that BITCH is on the radio. This is Wendy Williams, the hottest radio host in New York City. When she put out those pictures of the dude pulling his pants down and it looked like some gay act that was going on, he got on the phone. He said, "Let me tell you this. When I get back to New York City, if she's on the radio station," he's talking to a radio executive. He said the same thing to he said, "Nobody that I deal with, nobody that I know is gonna do anything with y'all, no business at all. It ain't gonna be no artist, no nothing gonna come." He's telling people that at a radio station. When we got back to New York City, Wendy Williams was in Philly at a new station.
Wow.
That's the power he had.
Angie Martinez, she wrote a book some years ago, right? And she revealed that after she came back from LA from doing an interview with Tupac, she said that she had plans to play the Tupac interview on the radio, right? Hot 97. But she said that Puffy, he was one of the people that tried to stop her from playing it. What you think about her saying that?
Bruh, you started the conversation earlier about what did I mean about the power Puff had. With the radio stations in New York, didn't breathe hard if Puff didn't want him to. If Tupac had anything salacious to say about Puff in that interview, and Angie Martinez told Puff, or let Puff heard it, and he told them, "You can't play it," they wasn't gonna play it. Puff got one of the hottest DJs off of Hot 97 because she wanted to put up a picture of him getting his pants pulled down. You understand what I'm saying? Puff had power.
Speaking of that, right, I'm happy you brought that up. Kirk Burroughs, I did an interview with him some months ago, and he told a story about Wendy Williams. She got fired from Hot 97 because she had a picture of Puffy, and she was saying on air that she was gonna reveal the picture. If you don't mind, because he told me the story, but he didn't go into detail. He never told me about what was in the picture. So if you don't mind, give me the story from your point of view, and what was in the picture, because for some reason, he never went into detail about that.
We were in Cancun, and we were on our way to the Island of Women. You understand? And this is all it was, bruh. For whatever reason, dude was playing with Puff. He went behind him and grabbed his trunks and pulled them down. When he grabbed his trunk to pull us down, some girls that was taking pictures. They took that picture and emailed it back to Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams said she had him in a compromising position and like it was gay porn or something like that. And she was gonna put it out. So they stopped her from putting it out.
And they got her fired from Hot 97 because of that.
Well, I think that we were in California at the time, and Puff was shooting a layout for either Rolling Stones or what's the other magazine? Rolling Stones. It begins with a B. Billboard. Right. Thank you. He was shooting a layout for either Rolling Stone or Billboard when he had the white suit on. I was the one who put him in the damn pool. What happened was that Wendy had somehow shown people that email. You hear me? She's shown people that email. Puff told Hot 97 if they didn't get rid of her, you understand, before he got back in New York, that they was not gonna get any music from any of his friends, any of the record labels executives that was cool with him. Everybody was gonna boycott their station. We was out in LA for about 3 days before we landed back in New York. Wendy Williams was in the radio station in Philly. It was over for her. He was fired.
Jaguar Wright has openly supported Wendy Williams, applauding her courage and denouncing what she calls homo thugs in the industry. According to Jaguar, Diddy isn't just a participant, he's the mastermind pulling the strings. She claims that stars like Justin Bieber and Usher have also been caught up in Diddy's schemes, shedding light on the darker side of fame and the secrets that many are too afraid to bring to the surface.
Shout out to Wendy Williams, the first woman to uncover the homo thugs. That's what these download was called when Wendy first started talking about it in the 90s, the homo thug. She's talking about Diddy.
And then what's the stuff that's happening with Wendy Williams? You think this is all connection to?
Of course. They've been waiting. He's been waiting. He was waiting for Kim. Remember? He was waiting. The casket was ready. She was literally casket ready.
Some people are saying the whole Wendy Williams documentary that she's pretty much allegedly playing this way to keep herself safe from him, from any unaliving.
It's been working for Orlando Brown. Why wouldn't it work for Wendy?
To play crazy.
Why wouldn't it work?
Hey, hey.
The oosh gosh whoosh wash. Orlando's brilliant.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all spent time with him.
We did.
Yeah.
He's highly intelligent.
Yes.
Imagine what it's been like to wear this character for this long.
No, I can only...
That he does is a character. Actually, the he does online is the best acting he does.
Is he speaking truth?
Of course he is.
You know? We seen Quiet on set.
Major pain in his ass. Literally. Since he was a kid.
Man.
And then milk running around. Talking about expensive pain.
Now,
in his ass.
wait, this is Philly you're talking about now. Wait a minute, Jack.
Me.
Wait a minute.
He's a Fruit Loop. He Diddy-fied.
This is Philly.
He's a deep fried period. He Diddy-fied. He Diddy-fried. He the Diddy do our bop. Meek. Real rap.
You think that audio that they put out was real?
Yeah, that was him. Nicki put that out there. That Nicki recorded that at the freak off in the Calabasas. She been waiting to drop that shit on Meek. She just wasn't gonna tell nobody it was Diddy. But now that Diddy out there, why not?
So then who's the guy who's claiming he recorded it?
Oh, somebody that got paid?
Yeah, he said like I was standing
somebody
outside the
that
door.
got paid.
Yeah.
Just like it wasn't seminal fluid that Justin Bieber was wiping away from his mouth when he brought his face up from Odell Beckham's groin in a club with Trey Songz on the lookout.
The images are there.
Diddy-fied. Hashtag no Diddy.
The most startling allegations against Busta Rhymes are coming from none other than Orlando Brown, who's making some bold claims. Orlando not only reveals Busta's real name, but also calls him out for his off-camera antics, even suggesting that none of Busta's encounters have ever involved women. These shocking revelations add a whole new layer to the story, challenging everything fans thought they knew about the rapper's true colors.
Even Busta was mad. Busta was pissed, but he has to deal with the fact that, you know, there's an actual word. You're not the hardest in the world. You're not the hardest in the world, bro. Like, everybody knows what a rainbow is, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knows what the sky can bring. It brings rain, it brings the sun. Like, you understand what life is too, you know? So for me to know that you have a great, you know, Raymona Harvey is Busta Rhymes, this is his real name. Anybody can get on Facebook and look up Raymona Harvey and be like, yo, that's Busta Rhymes, yo, with no wig on. And be like, yo, wild out. If you're on your own time, but this is the information that you allow me to give to the people. And then so that's cool with me, but that's one of my best friends in the world. And I think that he's dope.
50 Cent hasn't been shy about voicing his opinions on the closeted behavior of early 2000s rappers, with Busta Rhymes being a prime target. He recently posted a throwback photo of Busta on Instagram, sparking a heated exchange. Busta didn't stay silent, he clapped back with his own jab at 50. This back and forth only adds fuel to the fire, exposing the simmering tension beneath the rap game's flashy exterior.
You already know 50 Cent would have something to say about it. 50, who posted this photo of Busta's famous yellow outfit from 1999.
Ain't no denying this, bro. Busta Rhymes is definitely fruity, bro. And usually, like, when a dude is like, if a dude lashes out on a woman like frequently and for like something that's not like a valid reason, most of the time they're fruity. That's why Diddy felt like he could just hit Cassie like that, because he views himself as a feminine person also. So him hitting a girl in his mind and his different type of mind is probably not as bad. He doesn't realize it. But Busta, what you got going on here? You got a cloth choking his neck. Oh, nah.
MTV Video Music Awards and wrote,
I don't care who made the outfit, bro. You gotta come with some fly-ish. Happy Father's Day. That says enough. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, this picture says enough. No more explanation. This right here confirms everything. It confirms everything.
What do you think? Will Busta's revelations encourage more people to come forward with their own stories about the music industry? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you're always in the loop on our latest updates. Until next time, family, keep it real.